Hey, hope you're awesome. Hope you're well. It is been a minute. I've been on social media rehab. Have I been on it? No, I've been in social media rehab. Essentially, I took a break from all the different social media aspects or outlets that I had running, mainly because of the fact that I found myself being more distracted and hearing things within myself that were constantly wanting me to check. Where we at? Where we at? Check in. Figure out, figure out where you are. Figure out where you are. And I got to the point where I was just like, you know what? Enough is enough. And so it's really given me the opportunity to dive in much deeper regarding thoughts and the voices that we hear and who's really empowering us and distracting us and the things that are taking place that we really need to be aware of. So today we're gonna just kind of delve back into the voices, and I guess this is gonna be a series on the different voices that are within us. And so I've already done some videos on the three voices: the voice of the past that is constantly trying to keep you in a space where the things from the past, the belief systems, no matter where they came from or how they were generated, are continued and valued and confirmed through the things that you're currently thinking and the doors that you're opening or the doors that you're closing. And so that's the voice of the past. The voice of distraction is the one that jumps in when you start to master being above the voice of the past and you start to recognize it doesn't serve me to be scared of dark closets in my house at night when that really is generated from an experience I had when I was 3 or 4 or 5. So when you start to release some of those things in those belief systems, the voice of distraction will come in and lead you into some patterns to really make those old belief systems be reaffirmed. They'll just reaffirm old belief systems for you. So those two voices really do work together to really create a scenario where you're moving out of the power of your highest self, which is the third voice, the higher self. And that voice, as I've discussed and I will always discuss, is the voice that, while it may instruct you to do some things that are not enjoyable, like not having immediate gratification. That's typically the higher voice. When you don't get immediate gratification from something, or you have to slow down to allow some things to come into place, to prepare, to be in a state of readiness. That's typically the voice of the higher self, mainly because of the fact that it's always doing everything that's instructing you to do is always to your highest benefit and to the benefit of all. It's going to put you in a place where you're winning on many different levels. And so sometimes you're asked to just kind of sit back and chill out. So that voice right there is the voice that we should be striving to hear most of the time, all the time. That's the one we should be tapped into. And so I was recently asked a question, and this is what this video is about. I was recently asked a question: how do you differentiate between the voices? And so that's an excellent question, because I think it's one of those things where the voice of distraction can come off as well-meaning and like, I need to do this. But there's certain things that when you start becoming aware of how you're feeling, and you start becoming aware of, you're paying attention to just the space around you and how what you're doing is either creating a peace for you, or it's creating a path for you, or it's creating chaos and fear and anxiety and nervousness, that's a telltale sign that the thoughts that you're running, the narrative that you're running, is one that is toxic, that is poisonous. And so, and it's also a telltale sign that the voice that you're listening to is not your highest voice. It's the voice that is keeping you out of that space where you can draw in something really peaceful. So I want to do something real quick that I actually just did. I don't know if you saw that, but for those of you that are paying attention, and not that you're not paying attention, but you're paying attention to things like this already, you would have just seen what I just did. But I really want to take a minute to change the energy right here, right now. And I want you to feel how this happens. I want you to participate in this with me. So with your eyes closed or eyes open, it doesn't really matter. You just take a deep breath in. And you allow it to go into your diaphragm, and you hold it and you breathe it out. Just take one more breath in and breathe it out. What's really powerful about that right there is that instantaneously, if you are in a cycle of quick movement or quick thinking or being reactionary, where it's like you're on 10, you literally can take yourself to where you're at a calm. So you're in a work environment where people are stressed. Breathe. And what you'll hear is that the voices that are running through your head, like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. This has to happen. Oh my gosh, if you don't get this done, it's all going to fall apart. You better get this done. Da, 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 da. Those voices start to subside. And you feel it. You should be feeling it all over. You should be feeling it around your whole being. That it's like the energy is here. It's chaotic. And then when you breathe, it just comes down. And you can go back to chaotic, and you can go back to the whole, I like to call it the gerbil wheel, where it's like, and it's like you're really not going anywhere, and you're drawing in more of that chaotic energy. And so, but breathing, like for me, because I've been doing like intentionally, where I'm just like calming down. Ooh, calming down. I can feel it. And sometimes it makes me want to sleep. Sometimes it just brings such clarity to what's taking place that I'm able to laser focus in such a way that is beneficial to really experience what I want to experience. And so, I say that to say that if you're looking for true results, if you're really wanting to experience something like in a right now setting, make some comments below. DM me. I don't know if DMing works on YouTube, but well, and this if this gets on Instagram, you can DM me. My information is available through my Instagram on Thick Thigh Therapy or DVC Coaching. So if you're really wanting to work through the process, get with me. It's really powerful to, one, understand what's going on, but then to work through some of the things and get the tools that are necessary to be in the state of empowerment and be in the state of control, when so much of what is taking place where we're trying to control things, we're actually losing control and we're losing the space. And it really is dynamic. So it will be called power thoughts. I think that's what I've gone with is that because the power thoughts are what bring us to this place. And an important part is really learning how to breathe. So you hear the intention behind the voice. And that if it's chaotic, this is not a voice that I need to be participating with. And if it's peaceful, even if it's frustrating doesn't mean you don't have peace. It might be frustrating to not have it right now, but having it the right way is worth the wait, right? So I think those are the things where if it's based in fear, if it's based in lack, if it causes any kind of drama, chaos, nervousness, anxiety, those are the voices that are not your highest voice. Your highest voice will always resound in a place of love and peace for your best interest. And so that's what you have to ask yourself. Is this asking for me to do something in my best interest? And so with that, I say, have a great day. Look forward to embarking on this venture and coming up with new ways to really help all of us become more mindful and have more control over what we're creating. So that said, have an amazing day. Bye.